place, worm. Prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
We may have a new name for Goku's new form, limit breaker, quote unquote limit breaker form. In the anime, it was called Ultra Instinct. In this post from Herms98, talking about the figurine that's coming out of Goku in this form, it's called Ultra Instinct Omen. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the description below to this. So this name, Ultra Instinct Omen, I love it. Not only do I love the fact that it's called Ultra Instinct, because that's exactly what it was. Essentially gave him this sort of spidey sense where he can basically dodge. His body dodges things and moves on his own or on its own accord, despite what his mind is doing to deflect blows or fight his opponents. So it gives him a really sharp edge when it comes to reflexes, something the gods of destruction have not even mastered. Beerus has trouble with it. That's how high-end it is. But Omen. What is an omen? An omen is an occurrence or phenomenon believed to portend a future event. So it essentially is something that forecasts the future. And that's the reason I really like the name, because it's extremely appropriate. His body is moving on its own and it's forecasting what may happen or what it needs to do to make sure that Goku doesn't take any damage, and what to do to make sure the opponent takes all the damage. So ultimately, if this is going to be the name, Omen, Ultra Instinct Omen, I'm glad it's not Super Saiyan Omen, though. I mean, this is pretty early on. I don't know if they're going to change it in the future, but I'm glad it's not Super Saiyan Omen. So I'm glad that they gave it this name. What is this transformation? At minimum, this transformation has to be using the Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God Ki. At minimum. Just for it to be able to hurt Jiren. It can't just be Goku in his base form into this Ultra Instinct state, because that wouldn't necessarily hurt Jiren. It would just make him less harder to hit and make him be able to hit Jiren when he's not expecting it. The reason I'm saying this is because if, say, Krillin was put into this form, this Ultra Instinct form, it's not like he would be able to tank Jiren without the proper ki. And that's why I think the ki looks the way it does. It's got a mixture of red, purple, white, and blue, making him look very ethereal. And that's the reason that he was able to, attack and fight Jiren on a similar playing field. The explanation that we get in the anime about what this form is that Goku got hit with the spirit bomb that would have vaporized him. It absorbed into his body and awoken this new transformation or ability, which is the Ultra Instinct form. Why? That is the number one thing I want to know. Why did it awaken in him? And I'm telling you right now, it is connected to the God Ki. It has to be. Not every character can get this, I don't think. I'm hoping that's the case, because if anybody can get this Ultra Instinct form, then it makes it something that's not really very special. And the fact that it even surpassed Blue and God and everything else, and Kaioken times 20, it makes it something that it has to be pertaining and linked to something that would put somebody on that playing field, which, again, earlier I stated, it has to be connected to that Super Saiyan Blue ki, that aura, that God ki that Goku has in his body. So if that's the case, that means that Goku and Vegeta should really be the only ones right now that could awaken this Super Instinct form. Maybe Golden Frieza at some point, because he's essentially at the same tier. He doesn't, from what we know, he doesn't have God ki, even though it looks similar to God ki. It hasn't been confirmed that he has it, but he is still on that God level playing field, so maybe he also can do it. But again, that's stretching it, and throwing in Gohan even in the mix, that's stretching it even further. I like to think that this ability, it can only be awoken on somebody that has God Ki residing within them. So Goku, that's the reason that he was able to awaken it. The fact that his eyes are silver, I feel, has to push more into the fact that his body has absorbed the spirit bomb as opposed to it awakening something else. So say if Vegeta was hit by a death ball, like Frieza threw a death ball at him and that awoken his instinct, maybe his eyes would be orange or red or something along those lines. So that's what I'm thinking it is. Again, it's not 100% clear at this point in time because it hasn't been confirmed or hasn't been explained. I'm hoping it doesn't go the way of the Super Saiyan Rage form that Trunks went into in the Goku Black arc, where it's never explained on how powerful this form is or how you get it or why Trunks got it. So those are my thoughts on this form. I love the name Ultra Instinct Omen, and I'm hoping that they just don't throw it by the wayside and say, hey, here you go, a new form, Goku, no explanation. I'm hoping there is something there. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Drop me a like if you liked my video, and this is going to be Dragon Ball Black signing off.